What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Legacy, and today we're back with another tier list. This time we're doing dark type Pokemon that are currently available in Pokemon Go. So I'm gonna go with the top. I always explain this in each tier list, but I always go with the top form. For example, let's start with the S tier with Tyranitar. I'm only gonna include the Shadow T-Tar because I don't want to make, otherwise the list will be too long. I don't want to include Shadow T-Tar and regular T-Tar because the Shadow T-Tar is clearly better. Now this is purely for rating and like gyms, PvE, not PvP. Otherwise the list would be totally different. Alright, anyways, let's start with the S tier, dark type Pokemon. And I'll go over what I think are the best move sets. So for the first off, let's start with all the megas. So we'll go with Mega Houndoom, I think is one of the top darks. And S tier dark, where is my boy Houndoom? Here it is. Snarl Foul Play for this guy. He's probably the top dark currently. The issue with dark types is that ghosts are better in some scenarios, except when you're going up against psychic type Pokemon or psychic moves, then the dark is going to resist, double resist, I believe, yeah. But still, a lot of times the ghosts just seem to be better. Like Mega Gengar is just better than Houndoom in some scenarios. But still, against, like, for example, if you're going against like a psychic Mewtwo and stuff like that, sometimes the darks will last longer in there just because they resist, double resist to psychic. Okay, anyway, let's continue. So, Mega Houndoom. Next up is Mega Gyarados. We'll go all the Megas first. Where's Mega Gyarados? Mega Gyarados, right here. So Mega Gyarados is it turns into a dark water type versus the regular Gyarados is water flying. So for Mega Gyarados, you want Bite Crunch. I think we have one more Mega Dark. Yeah, Mega Absol. Here it is. This one looks beautiful. I love the way it looks. It's just very elegant. Mega Absol, you want Snarl Dark Pulse on that one. For the S tier, we actually have quite a few S tier Pokemon. The Darks, they're just not that much of a gap. Now, maybe I could throw and just include these three Megas in the S tier, but it's fine. Okay, let's continue. We got Shadow Tyranitar. Here's Shadow Tyranitar with Bite Crunch. I think Tyranitar has another dark move. Maybe that one's going to come to Pokemon Go someday. Okay, then we got Darkrai. Now, Darkrai, where is Darkrai? I think it has a dark move that hasn't come to Pokemon Go yet, and Niantic is probably holding it back for, you know, a slow weekend. And they're like, here's Darkrai Raid Day with, I think the move is called Into the Void. I think that's the name of the move. But we'll see, yeah. This one, it's weird. As a dark type, you want Snarl Dark Pulse, but I think overall Shadow Ball is better. The best way to do it is if you have both, because sometimes Dark Pulse is better because you can, like, it's a quicker move than Shadow Ball, but yeah, you can go either way. You go Dark Pulse or Shadow Ball here. Okay, next up is Shadow Houndoom. I was surprised this one made it so high with Snarl Foul Play. So Shadow Houndoom, we got both Houndooms in there. Yeah, Snarl Foul Play. And then next up is Shadow Weavile. I personally like using Shadow Weavile as my dark type attacker. My dark team is like Shadow Weavile. It's a little glassier than like T-Tar, but still, it's still pretty solid. So yeah, it's, Shadow Weavile, you want Snarl Foul Play on that one. We got two more. We go Shadow Honchkrow. Where is Honchkrow? Honchkrow's right here at the S tier. It's Snarl Dark Pulse. Like I said, with the dark types, there's really not much gap. Maybe I could have made a separate S tier solely for Mega Houndoom because it was by far the best dark type. But I just was like, nah, let's just cram them all together. I don't want to make a separate tier just for Mega Houndoom. But if there was one, like a double S tier, it'd probably be Mega Houndoom on top. And then last one is Hydreigon with Bite, Brutal Swing. Where's Hydreigon? Hydreigon's really good. The dark typing helps it in some situations. Not the dragon typing. Now the thing about Hydreigon is once this, so basically all these are shadows, right? Except Darkrai, I don't think we'll get a shadow for that one. So when Shadow Hydreigon comes out, that thing will be amazing with Brutal Swing. Okay, so that's it for the S tier. I wonder if we'll get a Shadow Darkrai. I think Niantic isn't going to give us Shadow Mythicals. I don't think. Because I guess Darkrai is kind of a mythical because you can't transfer it. So I'm guessing that that's something they're not going to do. Like, we're never going to get like a Shadow Celebi or Shadow Mew. I think it'd just go against the logic. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Now we'll go up to A tier. Let's start with this guy. Hoopa Unbound. Where is Hoopa Unbound? I saw it earlier. Hoopa. There it is. First A tier Pokemon. Now, Hoopa's weird because I don't think it has a dark fast move. So you go with Astonish as the ghost move and Dark Pulse there. And next up is Evoltol. Where is Evoltol? Actually, I have two Hundo Evoltols. Evoltol was good to me. Where is it? It's Gen 6. Here it is. Evoltol. I don't know how to pronounce these names. Don't kill me in the comments. Snarl Dark Pulse on Evoltol. Next up is Shadow Absol with Snarl Dark Pulse, another A tier Pokemon. And then next up we got Zarude. Where's Zarude? The mythical Pokemon. Can't find it. It's like Gen. What Gen is it? Is it even on here? Is Zarude on this thing? Shout out to tiermaker.com for these tier lists. I'm trying to finish up all the typings, but I just haven't had time. Yeah, I don't think Zarude is on here. Maybe it's too new of a Pokemon. This list needs to be updated. Yeah, I don't think Zarude is here, but the moveset on Zarude is you want is Bite Dark Pulse. I don't see Zarude anywhere. No, I don't see it. Okay, next up is Shadow Sharpedo with Bite and Crunch. Mega Sharpedo still hasn't come to Pokemon Go. It looks nice. I like it. I never really saw it. Can't wait for this to come out. Yeah, Bite Crunch on Shadow Sharpedo. And then Bisharp. Where's Bisharp? Bisharp is this guy. I don't think I've evolved my Bisharp yet. But you want Snarl Dark Pulse on Bisharp. And next up is Zoroark. I like Zoroark. I think there was a movie, right? There was a Pokemon movie with Zoroark. I watched it. I think like Raikou and Entei were in that movie, right? If I remember correctly. Snarl Foul Play for Zoroark, and then we got two more in the A tier. We'll start with Shadow Shifter with Snarl and Foul Play. Where is Shadow Shiftry? Where's my boy Shiftry? Gen 3, right here. Snarl Foul Play, and then last one is Gustlord. I'm surprised. I thought this was more of a gym Pokemon, even though we can't throw legendaries in gym, but it did make it with Snarl and Brutal Swing. I think the Brutal Swing carried. Now let's look at this A tier. So Hoopa's a mythical, so I don't think it's going to get a shadow version. But Evoltol, if the shadow would come out, it would probably move up to S tier. Bisharp, maybe we'll stick at A tier if we get a shadow. Same thing with Zoroark and Gustlord, I think will still stay. So probably only Evoltol will jump up to S tier if we got a shadow version. Okay, now we'll go up to the B tier. We'll start off with Shadow Cacturn with Sucker Punch Dark Pulse. And next up, Crocodile. I've been looking for a good one for a long time for like my unique dark team. Where is the Crocodile? Such a nice name, Crocodile. Snarl Crunch on that one. And then next up is Incineroar with Snarl Dark Pulse. I was not a big fan. I played, what is this, Gen 7? Is it Gen 6 or Gen 7? No, this is Gen 7. This is Sun and Moon, right? So I was not a big fan of Incineroar. I think I went with Poplio. Yeah. I love the Litten, but I didn't like Incineroar. That's why I went with Poplio, because I did like Primarina. I love the way Primarina looked. Okay, next up is Snarl Dark Pulse on Incineroar. Next up is Shadow Skunk Tank with Bite Crunch. This is more of a PvP Pokemon, but it still made it here for PvE. And then next up is another, I think, considered more of a PvP Pokemon with Shadow Drapion with Bite Crunch. And last is Shadow Luxray with Snarl Crunch. Where is Luxray? Where's my boy Luxray? Forgot what gen it was. Is it not on here? Or is Luxray not a dark type? Maybe Luxray is not a dark type? Is it pure electric? I thought it was a dark type. Okay, I don't see Shadow Luxray. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, let's move up to the C tier, the final tier. There's a couple of Pokemon that probably could have made it, but I just went this far. So we'll start with Alolan Muck. Well, let me go back. So let's start with this. So Shadow Cacturn, Shadow Skunk Tank, Shadow Drapion. These only made it because they're Shadow. So I'm pretty sure if Crocodile and Incineroar got Shadow versions, they would probably jump up to A tier. Okay, now that we discussed that, let's go back to C tier. We'll start with Alolan Muck with Snarl Dark Pulse. Yeah, I don't think we have a Shadow Alolan Muck because that one will probably jump up to B tier for sure. We got a Shadow Alolan Muck. Again, this is more of a PvP Pokemon. I hate going up against it. It's always annoying. And then next up is Pongoro. I don't know how to pronounce that Pokemon's name. I haven't even evolved it myself. This is it I don't know, is it Panda? Snarl Night Slash on this one. Did I mention the move on Muck? Snarl Dark Pulse on Muck. And on Pongoro, you want Snarl Night Slash. Two more Pokemon that I have for the C tier, and then is Crawdaunt with Snarl and Night Slash. Okay, now let's go to the last one. So there's some Pokemon that kind of didn't make it. We'll go over them. Oh, wait, I went with the wrong Weavile. Whoops. Shadow Weavile over here. I went with Sneasel. Like, Sableye is more of a PvP Pokemon. Maybe once Mega Sableye comes out, that will jump up there. Same thing, Umbreon's a PvP Pokemon. This thing, Spiritomb? No. Liepard? No. This Scraggy's a PvP Mon, so I don't think I really missed one. Same thing with this thing. This thing's a PvP Mon, so... Same thing with Obstagoon, so that's why those kind of didn't make it. I don't even know about this thing. So the last one is Greninja. I love Greninja. I love picking. I play Smash like once a week, and I always love Greninja. He's so good. At least in the Smash version I play. I play the Wii U version. You want Feint Attack, Night Slash on Greninja, so he's the last one. I love Greninja, one of my favorite Pokemon. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this tier list. Now we still got a couple more to go. Let me see which ones do we have left. So we did Dark. So we only have 3 tier lists before I'm done with this journey, this tier list journey. We have Rock, Fighting, and Normal. I think I'm gonna do Rock next, and then Normal. I'm leaving Fighting to the end because Fighting is one of my favorite types. So yeah, Fighting will be the last one I do. So yeah, I'll do Rock. And then Normal, because people really aren't looking forward to Normal. Normal is going to be kind of boring. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And I'll see all of you next time. And bye.